இந்த வீடியோவை வழங்குவோர் ஐஸ்டீல் டிஎம்டி கம்பிகள் இப்பொழுது காப்பர் பாதுகாப்புடன் உடன் வழங்குவோர் சென்னை மொபைல்ஸ் மற்றும் சத்யா தமிழகம் எங்கும்.
ஒன் டே.
வணக்கம் ரசூல் பூக்குட்டி அவர்களே.
தேங்க்யூ.
வெல்கம் டு த ஷோ.
தேங்க்யூ மேம்.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹீரோட பேசவா இல்லை சவுண்ட் டிசைனர்கிட்ட பேசவா?
ஐம் நோ ஹீரோ. சவுண்ட் டிசைனர் ரெசுல் பூக்குட்டி.
ஓகே, ஒரு கதை சொல்லட்டுமா? உங்களோட கதையை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொல்லுவோமா?
எந்த கதை எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியலையா? born in a small village, no electricity until my pre-degree, those times called pre-degree, 12th. Wanted to be a physicist, studied physics. I couldn't pursue my masters in physics. I went to film school thinking that sound engineering is an extension of my physics studies, but I discovered cinema there. I never wanted to be in Bombay to work because as a city it psyched me. We come from a very clean, neat Kerala, so couldn't take the busyness of Bombay. But my first job was when I was attending my film festival, the last film festival in Bombay. Somebody called me from the theatre. I still remember I was watching Kieslowski's Three Color Blue with Kamal sir and everybody. All of them were in the hall. Somebody called my name out. Came out. I said, can you go for a shoot? Because when I studied sound, I always wanted to do live sound, and there's no live sound happening in India at that time. So there was some international project. Somebody called me, said, you always want to do live sound, no? So from that theatre, I went to Fashion Street, bought some clothes, put it in a plastic bag. I went for my first job, and I never left Bombay because Bombay kept calling me and using me. 14 years later, first Oscar for sound in Asia. So that is in a nutshell, that's my story.
I still remember, நான் ஸ்கூல் முடிச்சுட்டு வந்து ஆஸ்கர் நம்ம ஊர்லேருந்து யார் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க அந்த எக்ஸைட்மெண்ட் வந்து எங்களுக்கு, நாங்கள் ஸ்கூல் படிக்கும்போது we have never discussed ஆஸ்கர். எப்போ நாங்கள் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தோன்னா Slumdog Millionaire போன போது A.R.Rahaman அவர்கள் பேரும் ரெசுல் பூக்குட்டி அவர்கள் பேரும் அந்த லிஸ்ட்டில் இருக்கும்போது தான் நாங்கள் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணவே ஆரம்பித்தோம். ஸோ அதுக்கே வந்து நான் நன்றி சொல்லணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஐ ஸ்டில் ரிமெம்பர் அன்றைக்கி ஃபுல்லாக நாங்கள் அதை பற்றி தான் பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தோம். ஸ்கூல் முடிச்சு அவசர அவசரமாக வீட்டுக்கு போய் டக்குன்னு டிவி பார்த்து நான் பார்த்தேன். ஸோ வி ஃபீல் வெரி ஹாப்பி. ஸோ உங்கள் ஊர் எப்படிங்க இருந்துச்சு அன்றைக்கி?
என்ன ஊரா?
உங்களோட ஊர், சொந்த ஊர்.
It was a huge celebration because Oscar, see when I was studying in the film institute, I used to tell my classmates that one day when I win the Oscar, BBC come to interview, yes, remember what to say. So they used to mock me like mad fellow, I was most disappointed when Satyajit Ray won the, got the Lifetime Achievement Award. Oscar was given to Satyajit Ray. I was very disappointed that day. I don't know why. I thought he took away my, chance.
Oh, someone.
So my village was in celebration. For days, years. Even now when I go there, like everybody comes. The whole village comes to me. And the junction where my house is, it used to be called the Market Junction. Now it is Oscar Junction.
Oh, this was a view. And ஒரு கதை சொல்லட்டுமா? இந்த படத்தில் த்ரிஷூரோட பூரம் ஃபெஸ்டிவல் அதுதான் கவர் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. உங்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு இன்டர்வியூவில் உங்களோட அடுத்த ட்ரீம் என்னன்னு கேட்டப்போ நீங்கள் த்ரிஷூர் பூரம் ஃபெஸ்டிவல் தான் கவர் பண்ண போகிறேன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. அதுவே உங்களோட படமாக அமைஞ்சது எவ்வளோ ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கும் உங்களுக்கு?
I am very happy because like you said in my one of the interviews after Oscars, they are saying, what is it you want to do now? What is your dream now? So I kept avoiding the question. But you guys are very insisting, you just keep poking. So I said, I want to record Thrissur Pooram live. I knew that is not possible to do it live. Okay, I just said it. Somebody who has seen this interview in the US this year, he came to me and said, Resul, I'll invest the money, you go ahead and do it. So I just had 15 days. I had no idea how to go about it because I had never seen Pooram. I only know of it. As a person from Kerala, because I am from south of Kerala, Pooram is in the middle of Kerala. We never went there, because there's so many people comes there and there were accidents, there were fireworks accidents and all that. So your mother will never let you go. So I never enjoyed Pooram in that close quarters.
But you always fantasized about Pooram.
Oh yeah, because it's one of the biggest sound festival in the world. It is like the 8th wonder, I would say. And it is going on for 1,000 years. See, that's what I said. We as a country are so wealthy. Not because we have money, but we were a wealthy, very rich nation, wealthy nation. Everybody looted us. But that's a different point. Our culture, our tradition, our knowledge, no other tradition has it. No other country in the world has it. And we never preserved it. My work in this film should be looked at as I did a private archival work which has been going on for 1,000 years. I just recorded it and kept it the way it should be. So that was just started. So when I came to record, because I came with 25-30 people, we had 20-25 cameras to cover the whole Pooram and recorded 150 tracks to record it. Then I thought, I always think like a film person, which is quite different from a normal recording person. So I thought, if this would be seen in Dolby Atmos, how will I record? So because I am a film person, I have combined multiple formats, height layer recordings that they use in Auro 3D, immersive sound technology they use in Dolby Atmos. I combined all these things so that if tomorrow, if I have to put this in a museum as a sound installation, people have to come and enjoy what whole thing is all about. They can enjoy it like the way they are standing in front of the Pooram. So I combined all this and I went about recording it. Then Prasad came and asked me, sir, can we record, when you're doing this, we will be shooting. We just want to make a film out of what you're doing. So without telling me much, after this whole Pooram is over, he will take me to one place, dress me up and says, now this is the situation, now you do, So when they said they're making a film about it, then I said, I want to understand Pooram in its deep sense. So I want to understand what is Chenda, why Chenda is the main instrument. So we went to a Chenda school. There I realized that they study Chenda in a kallile, ammikallu, karak, andha madri kallile. When they are 4 years old, they start learning. They use their hands. And the puli maram illaya, the puliyoda muttu, stick of the puli marathunde muttu, puli muttum kai vechittu adula kallile adichitana
practice பண்றோம்.
The training, beginning of the training. Every day Surya Yamathul Thorangam. Every day 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. 5-6 years they study on the rock. Then they are given a Chenda. So it takes them 25-30 years of practice to become a real Chenda player. So I thought I will analyze every such thing. Now elephant is a part of the Pooram. Now what is this elephant? How come elephant has come there?
Why is it so important?
Why it is so important? Then we went to this elephant breeding place. I met one of the Asia's most only woman papan who look at all the elephants. She told me, one of the elephants in the Pooram group, he is blind. I said, what? Yeah, he has a problem. He has cataract. So I said, so he is standing there without seeing. She said, yes. Then we thought, if that is the case, how a blind person will stand there? Because blind people will never go to Pooram because there are so much people, they'll get, they'll go into a stampede. He said, if an elephant is standing there, I want to put a human being there. And if a human being stand there, a blind person,
what will he experience?
What will he experience? I said, that is our film.
Wonderful.
So while we were doing this, Prasad and the whole crew, we started, turning the film around this subject. So then a fictional film evolved out of it. That is what is this Oru Kadhai Sollatuma.
இப்போ எல்லாருமே சொல்கிறாங்க இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் எக்ஸ்போஷர் ரொம்ப அவசியம்ன்ட்டு. நீங்கள் இப்போ மியூசிக் கான்சர்ட்லாம் பண்ணும்போது வேர்ல்டு டூர்லாம் போவாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி 3 இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் நம்மலாம் ரொம்ப பெருசாக பார்த்துட்ருக்க 3 இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் ஆனர்ஸை ரிசீவ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக நீங்கள் உலக டூர் போயிட்டு வந்தீங்க. சிஏஎஸ், பாஃப்டா அண்ட் ஆஸ்கர். நீங்களே சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க, எனக்கு வந்து பர்சனலாக சிஏஎஸ் தான் ரொம்ப ஃபேவரட், அதுதான் ஒரு டெக்னீஷியனுக்கு ஒரு கௌரவம்ட்டு. அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் சொல்லுங்கள்.
அது CAS is the first award that I received. CAS is the Cinema Audio Society of America. So that is the biggest, highest body of sound mixers, sound engineers. There are only 550 members in that whole group in the last, now it's a 53rd year. Okay, so very, very like the most talented people are only included in that CAS group. They have to invite you. So to get a CAS title is like getting a Nobel laureate. So it is within the group, in our community of sound mixers, it is considered like that. And there are sound designers, MPSC, which is a golden reel. Last year I won golden reel also and Oscars. So they themselves, the team in Hollywood, they themselves look at me like, Bagar, you are one rare guy. Because even here, somebody who won CAS, golden reel and Oscar, very rare number.
Very, very rare.
Very, very rare. You got everything. And BAFTA, which is the European biggest award. So you got everything. So you are like one of the rarest talent that we have in the world. I feel very, very special to be recognized at that level.
ஸோ என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இங்கேருந்து ஒரு வியூவராக பார்க்கும்போது, ஒரு சின்ன பையனாக பார்க்கும்போது, அவார்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸில் மிகப்பெரிய கஷ்டமே தேங்க்யூ ஸ்பீச் தான். ஸோ ஹவு ஹார்ட் இட் வாஸ் ஃபார் யூ டு டெலிவர் ஆல் தோஸ் தேங்க்யூ ஸ்பீச்சஸ்?
So Oscar, I don't remember because
You don't
even
remember?
even today, I look at my Oscar video. I don't remember getting up from my seat and going to the stage. I don't remember. I had a blackout. Somebody asked me, what did you feel? I said, I felt I was dead and I went to heaven and came back. Because I remember standing in front of Will Smith and he gave me that card that this Oscar goes to, and I forgot that card there. I am the only Oscar winner who doesn't have that sheet with me because I left it, so I don't remember. I had a speech written but I forgotten everything, and I spoke what came to me at that moment, and that speech is considered to be the best speech at the Oscars. Now look, I studied in Malayalam medium. I went to normal Sarkar school, government school. I went to school because there was food. Okay, from there so many things happens in your life. You go to the Oscar stage and you speak about your motherland. That they consider as the best speech at the Oscars. I want to tell to every student who is in that village, in the villages of India, who is still studying in Tamil, in Marathi, in Bengali, in Malayalam, struggling to understand. If I can do it, you can also do it.
Everybody can.
Everybody can do it. A guy who couldn't barely speak English when he was 22, when I joined film school. Today I am sitting in the Oscar committee. I am sitting with people. I go make a speech that is considered to be the best speech at the Oscars. Imagine if that little boy. So there is enormous talent in our country, in our villages. We just have to tap it. Don't run behind marks. Don't think that the syllabus is everything. You have to study, understand the syllabus, perform well, because otherwise you will not get the step. What happened with me? I wanted to be a physicist, invent superconductive element and win a Nobel Prize for India. That was my ambition. I couldn't get admission for MSc because my marks were low. I was a university topper in physics, but my language marks were low because I chose Malayalam instead of Hindi. If I had chosen Hindi, I would have got higher marks. I chose Malayalam and I got lower marks. Now this is what our people does. Whoever teachers of Malayalam, teachers of Tamil, teachers of such regional language, if you choose that language, you will never get good marks. You choose Hindi, you will get 98 marks. I chose Malayalam, I got 60 marks. So my total aggregate went down. I didn't get admission for MSc. But it was written in me, so I went in that field. I went and I got an Oscar. It should have been a Nobel Prize. See? But nevertheless, I'm saying don't shy away. Don't think that you are nobody. You are, everyone is special. You just have to understand it and tap it.
Wonderful. CAS, BAFTA and Oscar. எனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அங்கே போயிட்டு நிறைய பேரை மீட் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க. நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச மக்கள் மீட் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க. ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான கான்வர்சேஷன்ஸ் இல்லை ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான மீட்டிங் ஏதாவது சொல்ல முடியுமா ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலையும்?
we were getting into the Oscar ceremony. There's a famous, a name that we all worship as the best sound engineer in the world, sound designer in the world. His name is Ben Burt. He was nominated along with us for Wall-E. His wife told me, we all want you to win this Oscar. Now, he is your competitor. His wife is telling me, this is, at that level, people, that kind of artists, that's how they think. We all want you to win the Oscar. But if you win it, please mention your mother. I forgot to mention my mother. I only talked about my motherland. That still is inside me, that's my biggest regret. That is one conversation I remember. Of all the ceremonies, that is the biggest conversation I remember. Then at the BAFTA, the Thanksgiving speech, we spoke, and I said, thank you for 1 billion prayers, because the whole of India was praying for our win. I won first BAFTA, then Rahman won. So the host, and I was walking with the host, just got me back to the stage and said, what did you just say? I said, thank you for the 1 billion prayers. 1 billion prayers. That's man. That's it. He was so moved that in every step that you are thinking of something bigger or something higher, I think that is my life force. And every point in my life, I have met up people, and people have come to my life, guided me, talked to me, spoke to me. So that is the biggest reward.
உங்களோட ஜேர்னியில் எவ்வளவோ எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்டேஷன்ஸ், எவ்வளவோ லைவ் சவுண்ட்ஸ் கேப்சர் பண்ண நீங்கள் ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. ஏதாவது ஒரு ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் சீக்வன்ஸுக்கோ இல்லை ஏதாவது ஒரு ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் சவுண்டோ கரெக்டான அவுட்புட் வரதுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டுருக்கீங்களா?
See, I approach every film as my first film. Like I'm working on Robo. I'm struggling. I call up Shankar every weekend, say, I start crying. He says, okay. Imagine we have to climb a mountain. What do? We take one step, other step. Slowly we take steps, no? We will climb the mountain. Don't cry at looking at the mountain. Now this is the biggest thing, no? This Shankar told me, because I was like, how will I do it? What all you have done? Because seeing the visual language he has created, I know what it should be. But to arrive at it, I have to really struggle. So the baby step is make everything live. Make everything believable. Because you want your audience to be with you first. First they have to trust you. And the madri, you take them in your pocket. Then you do all big things. Then they will travel with you. They will never question you. So every film for me is a struggle like that. For example, when I was doing Slumdog, I just finished Ghajini, Hindi Ghajini, with Amir Khan. And I thought I have mastered, like, to shoot live sound with Amir Khan in the streets of Bombay was the most difficult thing, because Amir steps out, 1,000 people will come in. I thought I have mastered it. I can shoot now anywhere. Then Slumdog comes. 5 cameras in one. There is no shot, long shot, close shot, there is nothing like that. Shoot. Whole scene, shoot at one go. I said, what is this? Films are not shot like this. This is not documentary. First week, I was struggling. Then I realized that I am trying to do something perfect. Now this is wrong. I said, leave that aside. Okay. Next week onwards, I am going to change my attitude. So instead of trying to record dialogue properly in a location, which is what you do in a sync sound recording situation, I started recording soundscape. I record Bombay. Within the Bombay, these characters are evolving, they are performing. I changed my attitude like that. I thought I was making one of the most disastrous decisions in my life.
When you started doing this?
When I started doing that. Then I thought, who is going to watch this film?
You really thought about that?
Yeah. Who is going to watch this film? Some, white people will watch it in some festival. It's okay. But I'll do this. Now then I started experimenting how human brain is processing sound. Like if you are me and walking in the street, there will be a lot of traffic noise and all that. But the human brain has the ability to, ignore the traffic sound, but we can hear the conversation. Exactly. But if I keep a microphone there, It will not.
Selective hearing.
Only human brain has. So now how to make the microphone hear like the way the human brain is functioning? I experimented that in Slumdog. So when I nominated for the Oscar, I had no clue why they selected me. This is like, you know, but this was the thing. I believe this is the thing. So I'm saying if you have a strong idea, that will transcend. That execution of the idea can be wrong, bad, you know, unprofessional, amateurish, but ideas still travel and that will still transform. That happens in every film. So every film is a struggle for me. So was Sound Story.
This movie also.
Yeah, because when we recorded Pooram, that 3.5 hour, 4 hours that I was just standing in one place and they were performing. We had like 300 musicians that day, plus more than like a 10 lakh crowd. They all were going in like kind of a transcendental level. You're standing there, you can't move, you know, and one microphone like that steady and the other microphone I'm moving because the musicians are moving, so I have to keep moving. I'm holding 2 stereo microphones in my hand. After my recording got over, my whole entire left side was paralyzed. Like I just couldn't move. I was, if you look at the photographs and videos we see, I'm walking like that. Initial step they have to carry me, but I don't feel that I'm working. You know, I'm just doing some extra mountain. I'm just moving a mountain. I don't feel that when I'm doing. I feel that I have to do that, and I am not me. I am not Resul at that time. I'm somebody else. There's something else comes to me, and I just go and attack, and nobody can stop me. But people who are looking from outside, they think that he is working so hard, but I am not.
இந்திரன்ல நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க, 2.0ல ஒர்க் பண்றீங்க. 2.0ல there is a tagline, the world is not only for humans ன்னு. நீங்க சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா, ஹியூமன்ஸ் முதல்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணணும் சவுண்ட்ஸ் மூலமா. அது எப்படி பண்ண போறீங்க? Because they are saying the world is not only for humans.
When you see the film, you will know why the tagline is world is not only for human beings. Because it talks about a larger issue, which as human species as we are facing today, because of technology, of course. I congratulate and I see why, you know, the producers, the Laika, is able to do a film like that. You know, it talks about what is bad in the business that they do. You know, like you say you are doing bad and you take the money from you and make a film about it. It is like that. So it's only like a couple of more months for you to see on some screen what 2.0 is all about.
What are some of the new technologies that you have tried? I'm not going to ask about the story, don't worry. I just want to know about the experimentations involved.
Of course, this new format being tried, because right from the storyboarding of the film, when me and Shankar is discussing, he has certain idea. I thought, Shankar, if you want to execute this idea, then we need to change how speakers are oriented, how the Dolby system is oriented now. We need to change that.
In our theatres.
So I said, okay, then you go ahead and do it. So that is how the whole concept of a new format has evolved. I mean, being tried out.
ஸோ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் த ஆர்ட்னு வரும்போது 2 பேரை பற்றி மட்டும் பேசிட்டு இந்த கான்வர்சேஷனை ரொம்ப சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைடாக நிறைவாக முடிக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்றேன். ஃபஸ்ட்டு A.R. Rahaman அவர்கள் அண்ட் அடுத்தது இளையராஜா அவர்கள்.
Both of them are legends in their own respect. Rahman is, we are the same age, you know, but he's slightly older than me. So we are like friends. I mean, he's like my brother.
You even tweet that.
Yeah, I always tweet. I mean, he calls me like that. So when we did Blue, some television channel called us Blue Brothers.
Blue Brothers.
Yeah, because we were working on a film called Blue. So I have more equation with him, you know, like a 1-to-1 equation. With Raja sir, we are like, you know, he's Raja sir. Yeah, I don't even sit in front of him. You know, he's like a fatherly figure. Because when we were kids, when we were growing up, everything, you know, you heard as music, everything you hummed, it's from him. It's all him. You know, he has he has an ability. You know, he can see a film and he can start writing music.
Have you seen that magic happening?
Yeah. I've seen how a genius work, I saw when we were scoring Gajini, I saw how Rahman was scoring like the climax scene like in 3 minutes. Okay, he's playing as the film is happening. He's changing things as the film is happening. Like that I saw, Raja sir writing. Like, it is amazing. It's not him. Both of them are in a way godly. Because when they're doing things, you feel that it's not them. So Raja sir is even very, very particular about that. He wouldn't change. He would ask you many questions before. Do you want it this way or do you want it that way? Should I start the music on this point? If I start the music at this point, this will be the nature of the scene. If I start here, this will be the nature of the scene. What do you want? This is going as per your story or not? Then he start writing. See, so both of them is I would say diametrically opposite, but they meet somewhere, and that somewhere is the oneness that you find when you listen to their work.
The magic. That is the point.
Every violin is a violin, but someone picks it up and play that violin, beautiful music comes out. It is the person. So it is understanding of what is in between, in between what is that violin and what is that artist. So there's a whole misunderstanding of how to be like somebody else. Don't be like me, don't be somebody else, be yourself. You try and find yourself, because whatever you do in life, in the middle of the night, you stand up, you stand in front of a mirror, naked, you look at yourself. The only person that you have to answer is you. The only person to satisfy is you. And if you do that, the world will follow you. So when you study art, that's what you do. You find yourself. You try and reinvent yourself every time you dip into it. So it is not about learning to operate machines, learning software that anybody can do. That you do when you do your job, you can do it in 6 months' time. It's not about that. It's something beyond that.
ரொம்ப நன்றி.
Thank you.
I'm very happy that we met today. We have discussed a lot of interesting things and good things.
Is it? Yeah. Thank you for featuring me, and thank you all of you for watching me in Behind Woods.
Yeah.
And keep watching, keep enjoying, and be part of the language we try to create. Thank you.
முக்கியமாக ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் தான் சொல்லணும். நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா, எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு ரெக்ரெட் இருக்குது, ஆஸ்கர் ஸ்டேஜில் எங்கள் அம்மாவை பற்றி நான் பேசலைன்ட்டு. இன்னொரு தடவை பேசலாங்க. ஓகே,
அது இன்னும் ராத்திரி பேசியிருக்கேன்.
ஓகே
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.
நன்றி. நெக்ஸ்ட் மீட்டிங் யூ. ஆஃப்டர் ராஜீவ் மேனன்ஸ் இன்டர்வியூ, இந்த இன்டர்வியூ அதாவது மிஸ்டர் ரசூல் பூக்குட்டி கூட நாம் பேச நிறைய விஷயங்கள் ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காகவும் நிறைய புதிய விஷயங்கள்லாம் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணதுனால ராஜீவ் மேனன் அவர்களோட இன்டர்வியூவில் எப்படி ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிவ்யூஸ்லாம் ஆட் பண்ணோமோ அதுக்கு பல நல்ல வரவேற்புகள் வந்ததோ, அதே மாதிரி இந்த இன்டர்வியூ நாம் ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிவ்யூஸ்லாம் ஆட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். நடுவில் ஸ்ட்ரிப் வந்துட்டு போச்சு இல்லையா பாட்டமில், அதுதான். ஸோ நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா, இந்த இன்டர்வியூவில் ஆட் பண்ண ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிவ்யூஸ்லாம் உங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணிச்சா இல்லையா அப்படின்றத டக்குன்னு கமெண்ட்டில் பதிவு பண்ணின்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். எங்களோட எடிட்டருக்கும் எனக்கும் இதை தொடர்ந்து பண்ணலாமா வேணாமா, எந்த மாதிரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான இன்டர்வியூஸில் இதை பண்ணலாம் வேணாம் அப்படின்னு முடிவெடுக்கிற தெளிவான கிளாரிட்டி கிடைக்கும். ஓகேங்களா? ப்ளீஸ் டூ இட். தேங்க்யூ.
இந்த வீடியோவை வழங்கியோர் ஐ ஸ்டீல் டிஎம்டி கெமிக்கல். இப்பொழுது காப்பர் பாதுகாப்புடன் உடன் வழங்கியோர் சென்னை மெபிள்ஸ் மற்றும் சத்யா தமிழகம் எங்கும்.